So welcome you all to a short tutorials Meghalay's first MTET channel. So my dear friends, today the topic we are going to discuss is gender stereotypes and socialization. So what do you understand by the word gender? So in the previous video I have explained it very well what is the difference between a gender and a sex. So if you have forgotten, let me remind you once again. So when we say sex, it is biological term, right? It's a biological term, whether you are a male or a female, whether you have genitals of a male or a female, whether you have testes or you have ovaries. So that is where we say what is your sex, all right, male or female. But when we say gender, it is a social norm, all right? It is something which is given to us by the society. This is something which is imposed to us by the society, all right? So now the important word comes here is stereotypes. So what is stereotypes then? We have already understood what is gender. So gender is something related to the society and the culture, and sex is something related to the biological term, the genes, the genetics, right? Then what is this stereotypes? So these stereotype is a very important word, right? Stereotypes means your thinking, old-fashioned thinking. Alright, old-fashioned thinking means what? Suppose I say you are a stereotypical person, or your thinking is stereotype, which means stereotypes means old thinking. Suppose you say that sometimes this stereotype thinking can also be considered as superstitious thinking type, where you will say, suppose if you are a stereotypical person, then you will say you are a girl, you should stay at home. You are a girl, you should not go out without any male person with you from the family. You are a boy, so you are expected to go out and earn your livelihood. You are a boy, so you are expected to have a good bank balance. These, whatever the example I'm giving, these are very simple, but stereotypical thinking is even more than this. Suppose the stereotypical person will say, you are a girl, so you should keep your hairs long, and since you are a boy, you should keep your hairs short. So what is this? These are stereotypical thinking, old thinking, right? Let me say in Garo also once. Daudir pengang simang machina kata matgen stereotypical thinking means de mai takana kecam chanchiani kecam dak bewa lango jangi thangani mo tau kata mandirang chanchia mandirang aga namo na de mechiksa na de khni ro eto na khra na de mechiksa na de deke bike salna khraja ba na de mechik mandesa na de deke ballo athamo roram na khraja enke ba khatharan aru na de miasa mandesa na de या बोल को छिलना मानाइगेन नादे बागान ओना मानाइगेन आबा गबना मानाइगेन इनके पर हमारा या रंगन stereotypical thinking ने means the गचाम बेवल रंग को चारकपा आरो superstitious ओंगपा thinking पर छांचियानी बेवल नोंगपा मंदिरंग को stereotypical people मंगा आरो या छांचियानी को stereotypes ने माने. So let me come to English version again. So now let us read. Gender stereotypes refer to generalized beliefs about the roles, characteristics, and behaviors expected of men and women. For instance, men are often perceived as strong, assertive, and dominant, while women are seen as nurturing, emotional, submissive. These stereotypes shape societal expectations and then restrict individual expressions and opportunities. Now see, these lines are actually very sad. So what does it say? It says that gender stereotypes means there are certain roles, characteristics, and behaviors in which we are expected to behave according to the society. So, for example, here they say that we believe that men are strong, men are not so emotional, and men should be dominant. On the other hand, we think that females or women are nurturing, emotional, and submissive, which means this is the thing because of which many women are suffering in the world. What do they suffer from? They suffer from domestic violence, right? Because of this, sometimes the Indians, we get the name as male dominant society, where the males, they dominate the women. They behave like they are the most powerful being on earth. So they, you know, do domestic violence against the women. So these are the things, which the society has put into the minds of man, that you are stronger, you can do as you want to do. But in this present scenario, you will also see that there are some women who behave the other way, which means the women dominates the man. But how? So you might have seen recently a case where I think it was somebody, who has, taken the extreme step because of the torture his wife was doing to him and his family. So even the girls or even the females or women's are doing the same. But according to me, it should be balanced. Men and women are equal. It should not be that women are more powerful, women are more smart than the man, or men are more, you know, assertive, or men are more dominant or can be more dominant than the women. It should not be this way. They should be equal, right? According to me. Now, the stereotypes shape societal expectations and often restrict individuals' expression and opportunity. So, because of this, only what happens is that we see that women are expected to do the nursing, they are expected to be the teachers, and men are expected to be the, engineers. Men are expected to be the doctors, like that, right? So they have differentiated even the profession. So this is very, very shameful, right? Now, what is socialization? Socialization is the process by which individuals learn the norms, values, and behaviors of their society. Gender socialization focuses on how individuals internalize gender norms through interactions with key social agents such as family, peers, education institutions, and media. This process begins at birth and continues throughout life. This last line is important for your MCQ, which is that this process begins at birth and continues throughout life. This line is important, right? So what does it say? It says that socialization agencies. There are different socialization agents or agencies. So the primary one is the family in which we are born. Then again, for after family, you go and meet with your friends, with your peers. So then again, you go to school. After that, you go to school. So these are certain societal agents which teach you the social manners, right? But always remember, the process of socialization begins in birth and it lasts throughout life, which means when you are born and you are living on and on and on, 30 years, 20 years, 50 years, 100 years, 120 years, then still you are socializing, because you are interacting with your family members, you are interacting with your teachers, you are interacting with your friends. So this is what, these are all the mediums of socialization. But of course, we say in the present scenario, we have social media. What is social media now? Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. What are these? These are the means of socialization. So now you find your friends on Facebook, now you find your friends in Instagram. That's why you don't have to go and visit them, right? You can play cricket mobile phone, you can play football in mobile phone. That's why now there is no need to go out and socialize with your friends. But is this a good idea? No, it is not good. It is always good that you go out and play around with your friends physically, not virtually. Alright, these are all virtual things. You talk to your friend, you message to a friend. So these are all virtual, and these are destroying your mental, physical, and emotional health, and nothing else. And these things, this social media is even making you, socially weak. So try as much as possible to meet the person in real, not virtually. Try to meet them in reality. All right, let's see the next now. Agents of socialization. So this one I have already explained. So first one is family. Family plays a crucial role in shaping gender roles from an early age. For example, boys may be encouraged to play with action figures or engaged in sports. Girls might be given dolls, encouraged or helped to play household chores. To help with household chores. So this one actually I have already explained in my previous video also, that boys are in the family, small boys are given to play with the guns, with the cars, with the trucks, and the girls are allowed to play with the dolls, with the Barbie, and do the household chores, right? No education. So, schools often reinforce traditional gender roles such as highlighting male dominated achievements in history or science, steering boys towards subjects like maths and science, and girls towards arts and literature. So, in school also, there are certain stereotypes which is differentiating between the boys and girls. They say the boys are very good in history subject and science, and boys are also good in maths and science, but women or the girls are good at arts and literature. So what is this? This is the discrimination between the boys and girls on the basis of subject. It should not be so, right? The schools or the education system should be so flexible that they allow the girls to do whatever they want to do, and they allow the boys to do whatever they want to do. So whatever subject they want to take, they should be allowed, the girls also, the boys also. It should not be like, oh, you are a girl, you should do nursing, you're a boy, you should do engineering. No, it should not be this way. This is gender discrimination.
Media. The media perpetuates gender stereotypes by depicting men and women in traditional roles. Men are shown as leaders, breadwinners, or action heroes. Women are portrayed as caregivers, homemakers, or objects of beauty. See, media. Media also plays a very important role in differentiating between men and women in the stereotypical thinking. So, media shows that men are the leaders. In most of the time, they show that men are the leaders, they are the breadwinners of the family, or they are the action heroes. And women are portrayed as the caregivers. They are the caregivers, then they are the homemakers and objects of beauty. So women are beautiful and men are the leaders. But it is not so. As you can see that India has the Prime Minister Narendra Modi, right? He is a male. But Italy has another Prime Minister who is a female, Meloni, right? So you know Modi plus Meloni, it becomes what? It becomes Melody, right? So you have seen all these memes on in the social media. So these jokes apart, it does not mean that boys are always leaders and girls are always caregivers. It cannot be this way all the time. It can be opposite, or it can be, parallel with one another. So you as edu teachers, you try that you do not differentiate between the boys and girls on these grounds, right? You try that. Now, peers. Who are peers? Peers are your friends who are of the same age. You are 13 years, your friend might be 14 years, 12 years, 13 years, like that, right? So peers means the friends of the same age group. So peer groups influence gendered behavior through acceptance or rejections. Boys may be encouraged to exhibit toughness or athleticism. Girls may face pressure to conform to societal beauty standards or exhibit nurturing behaviors. Now you see, when peers, right, your friends might encourage you to exhibit the behaviors or the characteristic that you are a tough person, you are a sport person, or you are an athlete, and they may ask the women to be a social beauty, to take part in the beauty contest, or to exhibit the caregiving nature or the nurturing behaviors. So these are expected of what? These are expected from the women. So what are these? This is nothing but discrimination or gender stereotypes. So gender stereotypes is a way of discriminating the men and the women. Examples of gender stereotypes: occupational roles. Assuming nurses are women and engineers are men. See, this is what I just explained. If you ask me some examples, that in job also there is discrimination. We think that nursing is for women and engineering are for men. Emotional expression. Believing men should be stoic while women are naturally emotional. See, during emotional expression also, people say that you are a boy, don't cry, and you are a boy, so don't be emotional. But women are naturally accepted as, oh, she can cry, she is emotional. So what is this? This is also gender discrimination. This is not a correct way of behaving or supporting a man and a woman. Household responsibilities. Expecting women to cook and clean while men manage finances. So this is also one stereotypical thinking where women are supposed to be the caretaker or the cleaner or the cook of the house, and men are given the responsibility of taking the finance, shopping, all this. But not to forget the fact that our country, India, has the finance minister as women, Nirmala Sitharaman, right? She is a woman, but she is the finance minister. So Nirmala Sitharaman is an example of breaking the gender stereotypes. If they say women should not deal with finance, women are not expected to be the ministers or the financial managers. But see, Nirmala Sitharaman is the best example you can take, that yes, even women can manage the finance. And as you can see in this developing world, the women are pilot, they are the loco pilot, they are the truck drivers, they are the auto drivers. So everything a man can do, women can also do, and everything a woman do, man can also do. So we are equal, we are not different. So this is the fact we should accept and go on in our lives, and we should not listen to the stereotypical thinking of the society. Impact of gender stereotypes. These stereotypes can have profound effects on individuals and society, such as limiting opportunities. Girls may avoid pursuing STEM careers due to societal belief that these fields are male dominated. So, you know that, as I have explained before, that there are certain careers which are taken as male dominated for the male and another for the female. Now, restricting emotional expression, boys may suppress emotions to conform to expectations of masculinity. Yes, so your friends will, if you are a boy and you're crying, your friends will say, hey, you are a boy, don't cry like a girl. So that is gender stereotype, very bad. If any of your friends says you are a boy, you cannot cry, then your friend is someone who is lacking understanding. So teach him, tell him that it does not, where is it written that the boys cannot cry? So we have our own freedom of expression, right? So we can express, we can cry, we can do whatever we like, as far as it is not harming any other individual. Perpetuating inequality. Gender roles reinforce systematic barriers or to equal opportunity. So this is what we have always seen in India. Specifically, if we talk about, we have seen that discrimination goes on against the women. Now also in villages, you will see the women are discriminated. They do not have enough right to education. They are not allowed to do the job they like. So this kind of discrimination is still going on in the hidden side or in the backward side of the country. So we as educated people should limit this disbalance or imbalance, and we should always encourage the girls and the women to pursue their careers and to pursue whatever the job they want to, and to study whatever field they are interested in. All right. Challenging gender stereotypes. Breaking down gender stereotypes require intentional efforts, such as, see, this is what I said, breaking gender stereotypes means you are trying to go on the right path, you are going to do something good for the society. Number one is, how can we break these gender stereotypes, or how we can balance between male and female, between man and women. So what are the ways in which we can avoid discrimination or discourage discrimination? How can we do that? See, promoting gender neutral upbringing, encouraging children to explore interest regardless of gender norms. So regardless of you have a baby boy or a baby girl, or a boy or a girl, you should let them do whatever they want to do. You should allow them to study in whichever field they are interested in. If your girl is interested in engineering, let them go. If your boy is interested in nursing, let him go. So it should be flexible, right? This is the way you can promote gender neutrality. Now, highlighting role models, celebrating individuals who break traditional gender roles, such as female engineers or male nurses. Yes. So this is the way in which we, can discourage gender stereotypes. If somebody is becoming engineer, being a female, then you should be celebrating that. You should congratulate her. And if a boy or a man becomes a nurse, then you should salute him. You should say, yes, you have done something. You have broken the stereotypical thinking of the society. So it should be this way, all right? Fostering critical thinking, educating people to question and challenge societal norms around gender. Yes. So now, after watching this video, your job is to spread this message of gender neutrality, where you should try that stereotypical thinking is discouraged. If your friend says, I am a boy, I should ride the bike. I am a boy, I can smoke, I can drink alcohol, I can come home late at night. So it does not make him a man, right? The only thing is that he is not aware of social stereotypes or gender stereotypes. If a girl says, oh, I'm a female, I cannot study, I am a female, I should take care of the baby at home, I should give up my career for my baby. So that woman also needs understanding. So you, being her friend, you should, teach her or make her understand that these are nothing but gender stereotypes. This is just society's expectations. Society can never be happy. If you are living, also society have problem. If you die, also society have problem. So it's up to you. It's your life. So you should make it count. Live the life by the way you want to live. So my life, my rules. You know that, right? So it's your life and the rules should also be yours. Don't live by society's rule. It's your life. God has given you this precious life to make it count. So whatever you want to do and you know that those things are good for you to do, it will lead you to a better future, then without any hesitation, without any second thought, do it. And the time to do it is right now, right here, right? So don't think about people so much. Don't take people so seriously. If you take people seriously, means you are not taking yourself seriously, which is something bad you are doing to yourself. Don't let anybody drive your car. By this, what I mean is that your life steering wheel is in your hand. You should be the driver of your life. All right, which means you should take your own decisions. Don't let anybody come and sit in your life and steer your life. Don't let that happen. It's your life, your decision matters, not anybody else's. If you want to go for higher education, if your family is not supporting, still do it anyway. If you want to do a job somewhere where your families are not allowing, still you do, because you know it is better for your future, right? So whatever you feel good, whatever you feel it should be done that way, then you do it, of course, but only the adults, not the children, right? So whoever is an adult above 18 years, you should take your own decisions. But those who are below 18 years, of course, your decisions are helped or taken by the parents, right? They help you take the decision. But those who are already mature, above 18 years, then you might take your own decisions. Then the last one is reforming media and education, ensuring balanced representations of genders in textbook and media content. Now you see, even in the textbooks and media contents, you will see sometimes that gender is not balanced. Women are shown as inferior or men are shown as inferior. They are not shown equal. So these are also certain things which are indirectly affecting your thinking about the gender neutrality, right? Now these are some of the notes of which I have given to you, right? The previous one was the extra notes, right? Yang ni da mama video display ka ba wade extra notes ane de kemi yade na suna on government notes na suni break apa notes sa yade da wang ni display ka ba de devi yanas kang j notes tonin angas khia ha wade extra notes sa wakon asimang screenshot ka error pone. So these notes were extra notes, so you take it and write it down and do the screenshot also, right? Now this one is the notes which I have given, so same thing is written here. So I'll just scroll, you just see for yourself. So this is all in this video. So thank you everyone for staying connected with Ashok Tutorials, Meghalaya's first MTET channel. Thank you and have a good day.